Prototype video time! Hello everyone and hello friends, and welcome back to my latest installment of Whoops, I'm accidentally becoming a fashion designer. Today we're going to talk about my 3 prototypes and how they became to be. Designing them, choosing the fabric shopping, what I will keep the same, what I'll make different, and how I came to those decisions. So the first 3 on my list that I had gotten prototypes done were my otaku shirts, which is my otaku lace top, my otaku colored linen top, and my otaku cropped jersey. Now for the cropped jersey, everything stayed the same from my production to my idea that I drawn out originally, and now I think the only thing that really changed was the font of the otaku. I wanted it to be more of a sporty thing, but then we didn't have access to sporty, so there's just a lot of changes that happen depending on what you have access to and what you know about, because right now I'm doing a lot of things by myself, so then yeah, I don't have access to too many things, but burping. Why I'm a burpy baby. But then also finding the resources that you have in town. Like I have creator spaces that I have in town, and also just other creatives that are able to lend their tools to me. So just being in the middle of Pennsylvania, you don't have that much going on for you when, yeah. And then you're gonna have to travel to bigger cities because there is nowhere, unless I go to New York or Philadelphia, to have patterns grafted. And a lot of these people are not looking at their emails, so I have to walk into the store. So that's just the reality of the matter. So the designing of the otaku jersey cropped t-shirt pretty much stayed the same. But let's go to shopping fabric for that. That was also a pretty easy process. I found the ribbing and the jersey fabric, and I just kind of took a shot without feeling it, because something that I was really particular with jersey is how it feels. I like it to feel aged, if that makes sense. I don't want it to be starched, or you know how jersey fabric or penny fabric kind of feels like that? I wanted it to be soft. It needed to be soft, and I just so happened I took a shot in the dark because the price was really good and the reviews were really good. I bought this jersey fabric, penny football fabric, for it was just $3 a yard, and it was perfect. I bought 15 yards of it, so I was really jumping in without looking, which I don't recommend, but hell, I did it. And also with the ribbed collared fabric, it just turned out really, really well. So, and that was all online fabric shopping, which I'm still getting to know a little bit, and when it comes to stuff like that, I was a little bit more willing to take a chance on than, let's say, linen, because linen is something to where I really gotta feel it. If it's a rough linen, then I'm like, no, but it has to be really soft, but it can't be too thin. So to where I was pretty, with this particular website, which I'll show it here, really showed me what the fabric was gonna be without me physically touching it. So, which I really appreciated from them. And they're also extremely responsive on their website, Lord have mercy. So that's about it on the fuchsia top. So let's talk about the lace top. So this particular one went through a couple of changes, but not as much as the linen top did, because the linen top wasn't even gonna be linen at first. And choosing the fabric for this one is a little tricky. I'm probably gonna have a little bit of a different lace every time I make something like this until perhaps it goes into a bigger production. So for choosing fabric for this particular design will always be a semi-stretch. But then nothing too loose or too thin or too scratchy. I wanted it to be soft and easy to wear. So nothing that clings, but then something that you can layer on or off of. So you could wear it with just a pretty bra underneath, or you could put a turtleneck like this underneath it to have that pop of color. And then when it comes to shopping for this, it's almost find a good deal and hopefully you get a similar looking product, because to be honest, there's no consistency with this lace, and if anyone has any advice for me, I'd love it to have a bulk lace that I can because a lot of it's dead stock that I'm finding that's within my budget, and no one has any leads that I'm talking to, so I'm please, someone tell me where I can get consistent, pretty lace that isn't $1 billion and it's just synthetic. I'm not asking for silk lace, I'm just looking for that lacy look. Anyways, so what are we keeping the same with the lace top and what are we keeping different? So a big decision that we made is that the otaku all over the shirt, it's gone. We're getting rid of it. A lot of people were saying in focus groups that I asked, they said, we really like the concept, but maybe just have the otaku across the neck, and then maybe one here, but then nothing all over. We love the all over, but we just don't think that people are going to be too turned on to the shirt with it being so loud. And even though it's just a black and red shirt, it is a little loud. I can wear loud. A lot of other people can wear loud, but even more people can wear just just a little loud. Just a little loud. Just a little otaku. Not too much otaku, just a little. So that was the changes that were made with the lace top, and then that is how it's gonna go into production. And so we only have a prototype with that, but then soon we'll have a original of what the rest of them are going to look like. Stay with me. Na, 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 na. All right, so now for the one that I think went through the most changes is the linen otaku masculine collared shirt. Originally, this was going to be a lace shirt as well, just a collared shirt. And I'm still not completely turned off to the idea of making a collared lace shirt because I see it's really popular right now. But people who I talk to in my focus groups and my partner Danny said he doesn't like the lace. He doesn't even like if the lace was layered, like, you know, with something underneath. He's like, how about linen? And linen looked great. We even considered denim, but denim is expensive. But damn, is it easier to find? What the heck? The Amish do not with linen. The Amish do not mess with linen for some reason. You would think they would, but they don't. They don't sell linen. I had one linen and thankfully it was the best part of, like, you know, the best linen in all of Lancaster was in Mook's, like, fabrics. And that's all I could find. And it was an okay price. But we'll get to that in a minute. So it was gonna be a lace one with the otaku all over it, but then it turned into a linen one. And then once we got the prototype with the black words on top of black, we really liked it, but it just wasn't noticeable enough. So we went ahead and made another prototype with a black linen with the otaku in a deep gray. And that, I think, was perfect. I think it was still sleek looking, but not too loud, not too subtle either, to where only when, like, the sun hit it just right did things happen. And then we also changed the buttons because Danny thought that the bigger buttons were too feminine looking, which I didn't think so, but then I didn't tell him this, but the factory did actually tell me that exact same thing. I just didn't tell him that. And he's not gonna watch this video because he doesn't watch my videos. And we're gonna keep it that way. But I did not admit that the factory also thought that the buttons were too feminine, and he thought it was too feminine, where I think everyone is a baby, and things aren't gendered if you're not a So it wasn't very organized, but the linen shirt did go through a lot of changes. Went from lace to linen to black words to gray words and to the buttons changing sizes. And really it's just learning as you go, and I have come to learn that, and I still haven't gotten any of these patterns grafted. I'm going to die. But I still hope to have a small line by August. I want a little bit more than 5 5 garments, but then now we're considering making a runway line and then a casual line, which is going to be even more work, but then it can also, like, represent a more casual line and then, like, a more formal line, and then everyone's needs will be met, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know. What are we all doing here right now? But I am having a lot of fun, and I'm learning so much, and I hope you guys are learning a little bit with me. But I didn't have that many resources right now because I am just kind of like gathering my marbles, and my marbles keep moving around, and I'm like that otter trying to catch all those marbles. All right, everyone, that is my short update on my prototypes, and soon I will be moving into my new office space, and I'll be pushing out the final products for these pieces, and I'm really, really excited about it. But all right, everyone, like this video if you did. If you didn't, subscribe to me. You'll get more of me. All right, everyone, have a good day. Bye-bye.